Master this one psychological weapon and watch people instantly submit to your authority. Most humans shuffle through life completely invisible. Their energy is pathetic, their presence forgettable. They dissolve into the background like ghosts, barely creating a ripple in anyone's consciousness. When they speak, their words evaporate into meaningless noise. When they act, nobody cares. They exist, but they don't dominate. But then there are the apex predators. The moment they step into any space, reality itself seems to bend around them. Every eye magnetizes to their presence. Conversations die mid-sentence. Even strangers feel an electric current of raw, undeniable dominance radiating from their core. This isn't cockiness or aggression. It's pure, weaponized power. Respect flows to them like water flows downhill before they've even opened their mouth. What separates the wolves from the sheep? One devastating psychological technique. Execute this once, and people will never see you the same way again. Here's the brutal reality nobody wants to admit. Society is a gladiator arena where only strength survives. Weakness gets devoured. The world operates on invisible power structures. Predator and prey, alpha and beta, commander and follower. Most people are completely blind to the fact that they're being psychologically evaluated and ranked within milliseconds of every interaction. This happens in boardrooms. This happens at parties. This happens in every relationship you'll ever have. You think people judge your words? Wrong. They judge how those words are delivered, how you carry yourself, how you occupy space. Speak too quickly, show hesitation, or desperately seek their approval. Game over. You've been mentally filed under inferior, and that psychological prison is nearly impossible to escape. You've been defeated before the battle even began. This is why certain individuals command instant respect the second they appear, while others fight desperately just to be acknowledged. It has nothing to do with genetics or luck. It's about psychological warfare, and perception is the ultimate battlefield you can conquer. What if I revealed that one simple shift in your body language could instantly flip the power dynamic in your favor? One move that forces people to bow to your authority without you uttering a single syllable. The secret weapon, the strategic pause. Your ability to weaponize time itself. Weak men are slaves to silence. They sprint to fill every gap in conversation, terrified of being ignored. They vomit words, hoping for scraps of validation. Their voices climb at the end of sentences, begging for approval instead of commanding respect. They try desperately hard, and in that desperation, they surrender all their power. But true alphas, they make silence their weapon. They force others to wait, to hunger, to submit. This isn't just a technique. It's a psychological nuclear weapon that kings, CEOs, and power brokers have wielded for millennia. Study the most dominant figures throughout history, business, or cinema. They never rush. They never fidget. They never pollute silence with verbal garbage. Instead, they create an atmosphere of absolute control, an aura of unshakable power. When someone poses a question, don't immediately respond. Let the pause stretch like a tightening wire. Let it make them squirm. Lock eyes with them. Feel the weight of their desperate anticipation. Then speak, slowly, deliberately, like every word costs a fortune. Watch them lean forward. Watch their body language shift. Watch the entire energy of the room bend to your will. This isn't manipulation. It's human psychology weaponized to perfection. In nature, the apex predator is never the loudest creature. The lion doesn't announce its hunt. It moves in calculated silence, waiting for the perfect strike. The alpha doesn't need to broadcast its dominance. It's simply understood. True leaders don't chase attention. They command it magnetically. Power moves deliberately. Power takes its time. Think about the most powerful individuals you know, whether in real life, business, or entertainment. They all share one identical trait: unshakable calm. They never rush. They pause. They make people wait. They create tension, and that tension becomes their power source. When you pause, you're transmitting a clear message. I don't need your attention. I control the rhythm. And people instinctively respect that authority. This is why successful men don't chase. They attract. They set the tempo, and the world dances to their beat. This technique isn't just psychological theory, it's hardwired into human DNA. Silence creates discomfort. Our brains are programmed to fear uncertainty, and a perfectly timed pause generates that uncertainty. It forces people to focus entirely on you, to lean in, to crave your next words. We assign higher value to things that are scarce or difficult to obtain. When you speak less but with devastating impact, your words automatically become precious currency. The less you seek approval, the more people shower you with it. Most people talk like machine guns, rapid, scattered, stumbling. When you slow down, you become a sniper, precise, powerful, unforgettable. Your presence becomes magnetic. Your voice becomes hypnotic. Your words become law. Fast talkers scream insecurity and desperation. Slow, deliberate speech broadcasts confidence, intelligence, and unshakable self-assurance. It subconsciously programs people to think, this person is in complete control. Here's your mission. The next time you're in any conversation, whether with friends, strangers, or authority figures, when they ask you something, pause for exactly 2 seconds. Don't fidget. Don't break eye contact. Own that silence like it belongs to you. Then speak deliberately, slowly, with absolute authority. Watch their reaction. Watch them shift uncomfortably. Watch their eyes lock onto you like magnets. Watch their energy instantly adjust to match yours. Do this once and you'll feel the power immediately. Do this consistently and you'll never be treated like a peasant again. Most people will ignore this knowledge. They'll continue talking fast, begging for approval, chasing attention, and they'll keep being invisible. But those who master the strategic pause, they rise above the noise. They own every room. They demand respect. The choice is yours. Try this psychological weapon today and drop a comment below. Did you feel the shift in power? If you want even more psychological warfare tactics to dominate any social battlefield, smash that like button and subscribe, because this was just the beginning. Power isn't given. It's seized. It's earned. And those who understand the hidden rules of psychological dominance rise above the weak, above the forgotten, above those who dissolve into background noise. It lives in every syllable you speak, every gesture you make, every ounce of energy you radiate into the world. Those who control themselves control everything around them. The next time you walk into any room, ask yourself this critical question. Am I a psychological force of nature, or am I just another face fading into irrelevance? The strategic pause isn't just silence. It's concentrated strength. It's a psychological weapon. It's your signal to the world that you are the one in control. Those who master this technique master reality itself. So execute this strategy today, right now, in your very next conversation. And when you feel that electric shift in power, when you witness their reaction, when you experience the intoxicating rush of psychological dominance, you will never return to your old, powerless ways. Now listen carefully. This channel is a psychological revolution that transforms ordinary people into forces of nature. Subscribe now or remain weak forever. The choice is entirely yours.